Elon Musk was just a young boy when he started to see the world differently. He grew up in Pretoria, a quiet town in South Africa. While other kids enjoyed playing outside, running around and laughing, Elon was different. He loved to spend time alone, sitting in his favorite corner of the house, completely lost in his books. These books were not just stories to him. They were like portals to other worlds. He read about science, space, and amazing adventures. It was as if every book took him on a new journey, far away from reality. Elon was naturally curious. He always had questions swirling around in his head. Why are we here? What is the universe made of? Can we travel to the stars one day? These thoughts never seemed to leave his mind. He wasn't afraid to ask questions, even if no one had the answers. While many kids at his age just accepted the world as it was, Elon wanted to know more. He wanted to understand how things worked and why. However, being curious wasn't always easy. At school, he often felt different from other kids. While they enjoyed sports and games, Elon would be reading or thinking about his latest idea. Some classmates found him strange. They teased him and called him a bookworm. Sometimes they would ignore him or leave him out of their activities. Walking to school felt lonely, but he didn't complain. He just kept his thoughts to himself. Things at home weren't always easy either. Elon's parents, Errol and May, had their own struggles. His father was a strict man. He believed that hard work and discipline were important. Sometimes his father didn't understand why Elon was so quiet and always buried in his books. His mother, May, was caring but also busy. She noticed Elon's quiet nature but wasn't sure how to help him fit in. Despite the challenges, Elon found comfort in his books and his imagination. One day, something happened that would change his life. In a small corner of his father's office, he found an old computer. It was a Commodore VIC-20, an early model that looked bulky and strange. Elon's heart skipped a beat. He had never seen something like it before. Curiosity took over, and he decided to figure out how it worked. He turned it on, and the screen flickered to life. Elon didn't know what to do at first. He tried typing random things, making mistakes, and seeing what happened. For days, he couldn't tear himself away from the computer. He would sit there for hours, trying to understand how to make it do something. It didn't come easy. Often the screen would flash errors and his code wouldn't work. But Elon wasn't discouraged. Instead, every mistake made him think harder. He knew that every problem had a solution if he kept trying. After many late nights and endless attempts, he finally succeeded. Elon created his first simple program, a game where a tiny rocket had to dodge obstacles in space. It wasn't much, but to him, it was a victory. He felt proud and excited. For the first time, he saw that he could make something with his own hands, or rather, with his own mind. That little game became a symbol of what he could achieve if he didn't give up. From that day forward, Elon knew that his curiosity was a gift, not a burden. Even if others didn't understand him, he understood himself better. He knew that with enough passion and effort, he could create something real, something meaningful. This small step of building a simple game gave him the confidence to dream even bigger. Despite the loneliness at school and the challenges at home, Elon had discovered something important. He could shape his future by learning and creating. The world around him seemed a bit brighter, and his dreams a bit closer. This was just the beginning of his journey, a journey driven by a curious mind that would one day change the world. When Elon Musk was 17, he made a bold decision. He realized that if he wanted to follow his dreams, he needed to leave South Africa. His heart was set on America, the land of opportunity. But first, he had to make a stop in Canada. Moving to a new country was not easy. He didn't have much money and had to take on different jobs to make ends meet. Sometimes he would mow lawns or clean offices just to earn enough to get by. He didn't mind, though. Every small job brought him closer to his goal. In Canada, Elon stayed with relatives for a while, but he wanted to stand on his own feet. He applied to universities and was accepted at Queen's University. Later, he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the United States. There, he studied physics and business. His passion for learning never faded, and he worked tirelessly to make the most of his education. Studying in a new country was a challenge. He often had to work to support himself, balancing his studies with part-time jobs. There were nights when he would study until dawn, fueled by his determination to succeed. Sometimes he felt exhausted, but giving up was never an option. He believed that every step he took was leading him to a better future. While at the University of Pennsylvania, Elon started to see the potential of the internet. It was still new and growing, but he could see how it could change the world. He thought about how people could connect and share information instantly. His imagination raced with ideas. He knew that this was the path he wanted to take. He wanted to use technology to make life better for everyone. Even with all the challenges, Elon felt excited. He knew he had made the right choice by leaving home. He was learning new things, meeting new people, and building his dreams step by step. Looking back, he realized that moving to Canada and then to the United States had been necessary. It gave him the freedom to think big and to believe in his ideas. His journey was just beginning, but Elon was ready. He had the courage to leave his comfort zone, to face the unknown, and to pursue his dreams no matter the cost. As he looked toward the future, he knew that one day, his hard work and persistence would pay off. After finishing his education, Elon Musk was eager to make his mark on the world. He knew that technology could change lives, and he wanted to be part of that change. The internet was growing rapidly, and Elon saw it as a way to connect people and make everyday tasks easier. His first step into the business world was with his brother, Kimball. Together, they started a company called Zip2. The idea behind Zip2 was simple but innovative. At the time, most newspapers did not have a strong online presence. Elon wanted to change that by creating an online platform where newspapers could list their content and connect with local businesses. It was like a digital map combined with a business directory. In the early days, building Zip2 was tough. Elon and Kimball did not have much money, so they worked long hours to make the company a success. They rented a small office and often slept there to save time and money. Elon would code for hours, fixing problems and adding new features. Sometimes the system would crash, and he would have to start over. Despite these challenges, Elon remained focused. He knew that if they could just get the product right, people would see its value. Eventually, their hard work started to pay off. Newspapers began to take notice of Zip2. Some saw the potential of having an online presence that made it easy for readers to find local businesses and services. As the company grew, it attracted attention from investors. Elon and Kimball kept improving the platform, making it faster and more user-friendly. It was not long before Zip2 became successful enough to attract a buyer. In 1999, the computer company Compaq acquired Zip2 for almost $300 million. Elon's share was around $22 million, a huge sum for a young entrepreneur. Instead of relaxing, Elon used his success to dream even bigger. He wanted to tackle the problem of online payments. At that time, sending money over the internet was slow and complicated. Elon wanted to simplify it. With some of the money he earned from Zip2, he started a new company called X.com. The goal was to make online banking faster and more convenient. X.com allowed users to send and receive money with just a few clicks. It was one of the first online banks. However, the financial industry was cautious. People were not sure if online banking could be secure. Elon worked hard to build a reliable platform that people could trust. Despite the skepticism, X.com attracted thousands of users. It was clear that people wanted an easier way to manage their money. As X.com grew, it merged with another online payment company called Confinity. The merger led to the creation of PayPal, a name that would soon become famous worldwide. Managing PayPal was not without challenges. The company grew rapidly, and with growth came new problems. There were debates about the company's direction, and at times internal conflicts arose. Some people doubted whether Elon's ambitious ideas could work, but Elon remained determined. He believed that making online payments simple and fast would change the way people did business. Despite some disagreements, PayPal continued to grow, gaining millions of users around the world. It became a popular way to pay for items on eBay, an online auction site. As PayPal's popularity increased, so did its value. In 2002, eBay bought PayPal for $1.5 billion in stock. Elon's share from the sale was about $180 million. Elon could have stopped there. He was already wealthy and successful, but his mind was always looking for the next challenge. He felt that PayPal was just one step toward his bigger dreams. He wanted to solve problems that mattered to the future of humanity. While some people would have been content with such achievements, Elon was not. He wanted to take on projects that could change the world. Reflecting on his journey so far, Elon realized that the success of Zip2 and PayPal had taught him important lessons. He learned that innovation requires risk and persistence. There were moments when failure seemed likely, but he kept moving forward. He understood that solving big problems meant pushing through difficulties. He was not afraid to take risks if he believed in the potential outcome. These lessons prepared him for the challenges that lay ahead. Elon also realized that building a successful company was not just about having a great idea. It was about execution, hard work, and adapting to new situations. Sometimes things did not go as planned, but he had learned to stay flexible. He also learned the importance of teamwork. Though he had a clear vision, making that vision real required the support of dedicated people. The success of PayPal gave Elon the financial freedom to think bigger. He now had the resources to invest in ideas that seemed impossible. While he appreciated what he had achieved, he was more interested in what he could do next. His mind was already turning toward new challenges, including space travel and sustainable energy. Elon felt a responsibility to use his skills and wealth to make a difference. He knew that the future depended on innovation. Looking back, it was clear that Zip2 and PayPal were just the beginning. They gave him the confidence and experience to tackle even more ambitious projects. Elon did not see obstacles as reasons to quit. Instead, he saw them as challenges to overcome. He knew that the path forward would not be easy, but he was ready to face it. As he prepared to move on to new ventures, he felt excited and hopeful. He had learned that with determination and creativity, even the boldest dreams could become reality. After selling PayPal, Elon Musk was finally able to pursue his biggest dream: exploring space. He had always been fascinated by the idea of space travel. As a child, he would look up at the stars and wonder what was out there. Now, as an adult, He wanted to make space more accessible. He believed that humanity needed to become a multi-planetary species to survive in the long run. To make this vision a reality, he founded SpaceX in 2002. His goal was simple but bold: make space travel cheaper and one day take humans to Mars. However, building rockets was not an easy task. It required innovation, dedication, and a lot of money. Elon put nearly all of his own money into SpaceX, determined to make it work. Many people thought he was taking too big a risk. They said it was impossible for a private company to succeed in space exploration. But Elon did not listen to the skeptics. He was determined to prove them wrong. SpaceX started by developing the Falcon 1 rocket. The goal was to create a small, low-cost launch vehicle. Elon and his team faced many challenges. Rockets are complex machines, and even a small mistake could lead to failure. The first launch took place in 2006. Elon and his team watched nervously as the rocket lifted off. But just moments after takeoff, something went wrong. The rocket crashed, and the mission failed. It was heartbreaking, but Elon refused to give up. Instead, he analyzed the problem, learned from it, and prepared for the next launch. In 2007, SpaceX tried again. This time, the Falcon 1 managed to get off the ground, but then it failed once more. Some people started to doubt Elon's vision. Investors were losing confidence, but Elon stayed focused. He knew that failure was part of the process. Building rockets had never been easy, not even for large government agencies like NASA. Elon was willing to face setbacks if it meant learning and improving. He pushed his team to keep working, testing, and innovating. The third launch in 2008 also ended in failure. By now, SpaceX was on the brink of collapse. The company was running out of money, and people were starting to think it was over. But Elon did not give up. He believed in the mission and encouraged his team to give it one more try. Finally, in September 2008, SpaceX made history. The Falcon 1 successfully reached orbit. It was the first privately developed rocket to do so. The celebration at SpaceX was emotional. People were crying, hugging, and cheering. After so many failures, they had finally done it. This success changed everything. It showed that private companies could play a major role in space exploration. NASA noticed this achievement and soon awarded SpaceX a contract worth $1.6 billion to deliver cargo to the International Space Station. This contract saved SpaceX from financial disaster and gave Elon the chance to continue his dream. With the company now stable, Elon focused on his next big goal: building reusable rockets. One of the biggest challenges in space travel is cost. Rockets are usually single-use, which makes every launch expensive. Elon had a revolutionary idea: create rockets that could return to Earth and be used again. This concept could dramatically reduce the cost of going to space. SpaceX began working on the Falcon 9 rocket. It was larger and more powerful than the Falcon 1, and it had the potential to be reused. The first few attempts to land the rocket were not successful. It would reach space, complete its mission, but then crash upon landing. Still, Elon did not give up. He saw each failure as a step closer to success. After many tests and improvements, SpaceX finally achieved a historic milestone in 2015. The Falcon 9 successfully landed back on Earth after launching into space. It was a groundbreaking achievement. Suddenly, the idea of affordable space travel seemed possible. SpaceX repeated this success many times, proving that reusable rockets could work. This innovation caught the world's attention. SpaceX was no longer just a bold idea. It was a leader in the space industry. Elon's next big dream was Mars. He wanted to build a spacecraft that could take people to the Red Planet. He called it Starship. Unlike previous rockets, Starship would be fully reusable and capable of carrying large numbers of people. The ultimate goal was to build a city on Mars. Elon envisioned a future where humans would live on multiple planets, reducing the risk of extinction. Starship is still in development, and there are many challenges to overcome. But Elon's vision remains clear: make life multiplanetary. In addition to rockets, Elon wanted to create a global satellite network to provide internet access to remote areas. This project, called Starlink, aims to launch thousands of small satellites into low Earth orbit. These satellites would provide fast, reliable internet to even the most isolated places. Starlink is already operational, and many people around the world are using it. SpaceX continues to innovate, always pushing the boundaries of what is possible. Elon's determination and willingness to take risks have made SpaceX a symbol of human ambition. Looking back, it's clear that Elon's journey to space was not easy. He faced countless failures, financial struggles, and public doubt, but his perseverance paid off. He transformed the space industry, proving that private companies could succeed where only governments had tried before. His dream of making space accessible is no longer just a fantasy. Step by step, SpaceX is bringing humanity closer to the stars. Elon's story teaches us that great achievements come from hard work, resilience, and the courage to dream big. Elon Musk always had big dreams. After working on space exploration with SpaceX, he started thinking about how to change life on Earth. One of the biggest problems he saw was pollution from cars. Most cars used gasoline, which polluted the air and harmed the environment. Elon thought about a future where cars did not need gas. He wanted to create electric cars that were not just good for the planet, but also fun to drive. That is when he joined Tesla, a small electric car company. At that time, electric cars were seen as slow, boring, and not very practical. Elon wanted to change that image completely. He wanted to make electric cars powerful, fast, and beautiful. His vision was not just to build cars, but to revolutionize the whole automobile industry. The first car Tesla made was called the Roadster. It was a sports car that looked stylish and could go fast. The Roadster was designed to change how people thought about electric vehicles. Elon wanted to prove that electric cars could be cool. But making the Roadster was not easy. The technology was new, and there were many challenges. The battery needed to be powerful enough to last long distances, and the car had to be lightweight and efficient. Tesla's engineers worked day and night to find solutions. Elon pushed them to think creatively and not give up. He was involved in every detail, from the car's design to the way it performed. After a lot of hard work, the Roadster was finally ready. It could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 4 seconds. That was amazing for an electric car. When it was released, people were surprised. The Roadster changed how people saw electric cars. It showed that they could be fast, exciting, and environmentally friendly at the same time. But Elon did not stop there. He knew that only a few people could afford a sports car. To really make a difference, Tesla needed to build cars that everyone could buy. That is when Tesla started working on the Model S. The Model S was a luxury sedan designed to appeal to more people. It was spacious, comfortable, and had a long battery range. The Model S also introduced advanced technology, like a big touch screen in the center of the dashboard. It could be updated over the internet, which was new and exciting, but building the Model S was harder than expected. Tesla faced many problems with production. Sometimes, parts were delayed, and costs were higher than planned. The company was running out of money, and many people thought Tesla would fail. Elon did not give up. He invested his own money to keep the company alive. He also motivated his team to keep pushing forward no matter how tough things got. Elon believed in the vision so much that he took personal financial risks. Eventually, the Model S launched, and it became a hit. People loved its smooth ride, quiet engine, and fast acceleration. It could go hundreds of miles on a single charge, which was much more than other electric cars at that time. The Model S won many awards and proved that electric cars could compete with gas-powered vehicles. After the success of the Model S, Elon wanted to make Tesla more accessible. The next car was the Model 3, a more affordable electric vehicle. Elon wanted the Model 3 to be the car that would make electric driving mainstream. The problem was that making an affordable electric car was not easy. Production needed to be faster, cheaper, and more efficient. Tesla built a new factory called the Gigafactory to produce batteries at a lower cost. The idea was to make enough batteries to power millions of cars. The Gigafactory was a massive project, but Elon knew it was necessary to make electric cars affordable. Even with this big plan, the Model 3 faced production delays. Elon called it production hell because everything seemed to go wrong. Machines broke down, and new processes did not work as expected. Investors were worried, and Tesla's stock went up and down. Elon was stressed, but stayed determined. He even slept at the factory to be closer to the work. Eventually, Tesla solved the problems, and the Model 3 became a reality. It was priced lower than the Model S and attracted a lot of buyers. The Model 3 became Tesla's best-selling car and made electric vehicles more common on the roads. While working on cars, Elon also thought about clean energy. He did not just want electric cars, he wanted sustainable living. That is why Tesla developed solar panels and energy storage products. The idea was to power homes and cars with renewable energy. Tesla's solar roofs looked like regular tiles but could generate electricity from the sun. These roofs were more durable than traditional ones and helped reduce energy costs. Tesla also made the Powerwall, a battery that stored solar energy for use at night. This combination of solar roofs and battery storage could make homes energy independent. Elon's vision was not just about cars, but about creating a sustainable future where energy came from clean sources. Another project Elon worked on was the development of electric trucks. The Tesla Semi was designed to reduce pollution from long-distance transport. Trucks are usually big polluters, but an electric truck could change that. The Tesla Semi was powerful, fast, and had a long range. It could carry heavy loads while producing zero emissions. Elon believed that making freight transportation electric was just as important as making personal vehicles electric. Tesla also created the Cybertruck, a futuristic pickup truck with a bold design. The Cybertruck was built to be tough, with a stainless steel body and armored glass. It looked different from any other truck, but that was the point. Elon wanted it to stand out and make a statement. The Cybertruck became an internet sensation, with people both loving and questioning its design. Elon did not mind the mixed reactions because it got people talking about electric trucks. Despite challenges, Elon continued to push Tesla toward innovation. He wanted to make self-driving cars a reality. Tesla's autopilot system was designed to help cars drive themselves on highways. Elon believed that full self-driving could make transportation safer and more efficient. There were still technical and legal challenges, but Elon remained optimistic. He wanted to create a future where people could relax while their cars drove them safely to their destinations. Tesla's journey was full of ups and downs. There were times when it seemed like the company might not survive, but Elon's determination kept it going. He refused to give up even when things were hard. His vision of a cleaner, more sustainable world kept him motivated. Today, Tesla is not just a car company. It is an energy company, a technology innovator, and a symbol of change. Elon Musk showed that with enough passion and hard work, it is possible to transform dreams into reality. Elon's story teaches us that changing the world is not easy. It takes courage, persistence, and the willingness to take risks. But it also shows that innovation can lead to a better future. By dreaming big and working hard, we can overcome challenges and make a difference. Through Tesla, Elon Musk proved that the future of transportation does not have to harm the planet. Instead, it can be smart, sustainable, and exciting. Elon Musk's story is truly inspiring. It shows us how a young boy with big dreams can grow into one of the most influential innovators of our time. From his early curiosity to his relentless drive to change the world, Elon's journey is filled with challenges, failures, and ultimately, incredible success. As a child in South Africa, Elon was a quiet, curious boy who loved books and learning. He did not fit in easily, and his unique way of thinking often made him feel isolated. But instead of giving up, he found comfort in reading and exploring new ideas. His passion for technology started early, and when he discovered computers, it was like opening a door to endless possibilities. Elon taught himself to code, and despite many errors and failed attempts, he kept going. His perseverance paid off when he created his first game, proving to himself that he could build something from nothing. Leaving South Africa to pursue his dreams was a bold step. Moving to America meant starting from scratch, but Elon knew that to achieve something big, he had to take risks. He worked hard, balancing odd jobs in college, always keeping his vision in sight. His first success came with Zip2, followed by PayPal, which changed the way people handled online payments. However, success did not come easily. Elon faced numerous challenges, including conflicts with investors and even being removed as CEO. Instead of giving up, he stayed focused, learned from setbacks, and moved forward. When he sold PayPal, he could have retired comfortably, but that was never his goal. Elon wanted to do more, to push humanity forward. His next big venture was SpaceX. Elon wanted to make space travel affordable and accessible, but this dream seemed almost impossible. The first 3 rocket launches failed, and SpaceX was on the verge of collapse. But Elon never gave up. On the 4th attempt, the rocket finally succeeded, marking a turning point for the company and proving that perseverance pays off. At the same time, Tesla was facing its own struggles. Production issues and financial problems threatened to shut the company down. Elon invested everything he had to keep it afloat, even sleeping at the factory to stay close to the work. His dedication helped Tesla survive, and the Model S became a game-changer in the automotive world. Tesla proved that electric cars could be powerful, beautiful, and practical. Elon's story teaches us valuable lessons about resilience and vision. One key takeaway is that dreams are worth pursuing even when they seem impossible. Life is full of challenges, but persistence and hard work can turn dreams into reality. Elon never let failures define him. Instead, he used them as stepping stones to success. Whether it was a failed rocket launch or a delayed car model, he kept moving forward, always focused on the bigger picture. We can apply this lesson in our own lives by staying committed to our goals, no matter how hard things get. Another lesson is the importance of innovation and creativity. Elon never settled for doing things the usual way. He constantly looked for better solutions, whether in space travel, electric cars, or sustainable energy. His willingness to think differently is what made his ideas revolutionary. We, too, can make a difference by being curious, questioning the norm, and daring to think outside the box. Finally, Elon's journey reminds us that true success is not just about personal gain. It is about making a positive impact on the world. By creating SpaceX and Tesla, Elon aimed to solve global problems, from reducing carbon emissions to making space exploration more feasible. In our own lives, we can strive to contribute positively to our communities and think about how our actions can benefit others. Congratulations on making it to the end of this story. You have not only learned about Elon Musk's incredible journey, but also practiced your English listening and comprehension skills. Remember, every story you listen to and understand brings you one step closer to mastering English. Keep up the great work. If you enjoyed this story, please support our channel by subscribing. Your support helps us create more stories to inspire and help you learn English. Thank you, and see you in the next video.